Hello, how are you? I'm Julia, and for this video, I'm going to hate this angle, because no matter how much I mess with it, I just don't like it. But I don't want to stand. My back hurts. And I'm just over the day. So, this is going to be the books that I've read recently. I have 9 books. So, end of last year, beginning of this year. And I'm gonna start right off with Twisted Hate by Anna Huang. This follows Josh Chen and Jules Ambrose. We meet Josh and Jules both in Twisted Love. And I think I didn't really like this one because I didn't really care about them. I think maybe I liked Josh. I didn't really, care about him either way. I'm just kind of indifferent towards these characters. But this is, an enemies with benefits. And then they end up falling in love. I don't know how I bent that. Oh my god. But I gave this 3 stars. I didn't really care about it. I finished it. I thought it was okay. I think the second book in this series is my favorite. But I thought Jules's story was I don't like the miscommunication trope, and I don't know if you would necessarily say that it was a miscommunication trope, but I thought it was dumb. And maybe I'm just too honest, I don't know. But if someone came to me and was you need to blackmail me, I'd be like, bitch, bet. I will tell them. Because if you, and maybe it's because she was, it wasn't really, a love thing, because it was, a hate thing. Maybe that's why she didn't want to go to Josh about it. I don't know. But then, Josh's reaction to what happens, I felt like it was very immature and gross. Personally, I don't like revenge, hate, sex. It made me really upset, and I didn't like it. And you can like that. I think that's great for you. I personally don't like that. And he was like, I lied. It made me so sad for Jules, because I can see her point of view, being put in that position, but Josh's reaction made me hate him. So, I thought this was okay. I feel like there was more character development with Jules than there was with Josh. What did that man learn? I don't know. But, it was okay. I thought the ending was a little drawn out. But other than that, wow, I really messed this book up. I don't know how, but I did. So, that's how I felt about this. I think this is probably my least favorite book of the series. They changed Goodreads on your computer. So, the next one is Twisted Lies by Anna Huang. This is the last book in the series, and this follows Christian, Harper, and Stella. We meet Stella. We meet all of the female love interests in the first book in Twisted Love. So Stella is, I can't remember her, day job, but she also does, she's, an influencer, so she makes money off of that. But, she has a stalker, and she's moving into this building because I think it's because of Reese. Reese knows Christian. He used to work for Christian. And so she moves into this building, and he gives Jules and Stella, because they meet in Twisted Hate. Is it Twisted Hate? It might be this one. I think it's this one. I can't remember. But they move into this building, and he gives them, a huge discount because he's in love with her. And she has a stalker, and I liked this one. I did. I liked their relationship. I thought it was sweet. It was just a love story. I don't think there's really any complaints about it. It wasn't extravagant, and it wasn't, the best thing I've ever read, but it was sweet, and I liked it. I liked the relationship. I thought the stalker, could have been drawn out a little bit more. I feel I don't like it when you read a book and you don't know who the person is that is like the bad guy, because you're reading this book and you're like, oh, who is it, and then it pops out and you've never met him. You've never met the person, and it's like, how am I supposed to guess? Because I want to guess. I want to be like, who is it? And you couldn't guess because you didn't know who it was. Man, I don't write very long reviews on Goodreads, and I finished this in October. So, but I liked this. I liked Christian. My favorite part didn't even involve, well, it did involve Christian, but you find out his lie. You find out his lie, and it's not, it's creepy. It was a bad lie. I'm not gonna, like, deny that, but I also feel like Alex's lie was worse. His lie compared to Alex's lie is, like, low on the totem pole. Like, it's bad, but it's not, like, as bad as Alex's. I don't know how to explain that without giving spoilers. Alex's lie was worse, and that's it. But my favorite part was when Stella finds out about the lie, and Christian goes to Alex's and Ava's house, and is like, let me talk to her, and Ava's like, absolutely not. She's not here. Like, and he's like, let me in or else, and Alex is like, you better watch yourself, Christian, and I loved that. I know people don't really like Alex, but I like Alex. I do. I don't know if he's my favorite, if Reese is my favorite. I think it's Alex. I think it's 1, 2, 4, 3. That's my order. But yeah, I liked this. I liked Christian. I liked Stella. She was sweet. I thought it was kind of dumb, honestly. Like, if I was being stalked, I don't think I would post. And she just continued to post because she was like, I have to pay. Well, okay, granted, she had to pay for her, I think, like, it wasn't even anyone she was related to, but it was someone that she was, like, someone that kind of raised her. She had to pay for her home. So I understand why she was posting, but, like, I don't know. I would kind of be like, can I not? For a minute until this is figured out. I read The Rake by LJ Shen. I know LJ Shen has, like, a bad rep, but I wanted to finish this series. And I don't remember anything. I gave it 3 stars on Goodreads, and then I said, like, 2.5. I basically said that Devin and Belle both made questionable comments. I don't remember the trauma that Belle went through. I think she was molested as a child. I cannot remember. But I just wish that LJ Shen would stop giving her characters, like, some form of trauma. Like, why can't these people just be upset about their relationship or something? Like, is it because, I don't know. I feel like everyone has trauma nowadays, but, like, not, like, it's severe trauma. Like, it's not just, like, oh, like, she was mentally abused as a child and into her teens. No, she has to, like, have a teacher have something to do with the child. She has to have, like, all of these, like, there's just so much trauma, and I don't understand why. Like, why are you doing this? I don't understand, but I whip through these. They're so easy. They're so easy to read. But, I think, yeah, Devin is a lawyer for the other guys, Sam and the other guys in this series. I can't remember their names. Sam Hunter, and what's his name? The second book, I think it's the villain. What's his name? I can't remember his name. I don't remember his name. But I don't know. It was okay. I feel like LJ Shen's books are just okay. They're all the same. Like, they're all the same. If you read one, you've read all of them, and I'll read all of them. I'm sorry. Because LJ Shen is shit. And I'm sorry. They're fast. and I love a good shit read sometimes. But that was it. I don't remember anything about that. I remember nothing. What did other people giving this 1 star? I don't remember what happened. Killian! Someone posted it. He cheats on her? I don't remember that. Someone said 0 characters, 0 romance, and 0 out of 5 development. You don't have to read these. Like, you're not missing out on anything. I think this is the series when she kind of starts to go downhill. But you know what? I didn't really like The Sparrow. Is that what it was called? Audrey's son has just gone downhill, and I said that in the last one. Where is mine? Did I not leave a review for... Oh, I did. 'Tis the Season for Revenge. I read this by Morgan Elizabeth. This was, like, humongous on TikTok. It was huge. Everyone was like, oh my god, this is so great. It's the greatest book ever. What were y'all reading? What were you reading? I want to know. Is there a different version of this somewhere? Because I want to know, and I want to read it. Because what the heck was this, Morgan Elizabeth? I had a book of hers in my cart on Amazon, and I took it out because I hated this so much. This was Abby and Devin. Abby's in a relationship with this guy. I don't know his name. Richard. A red flag. She's in this relationship with this guy named Richard, and the first chapter is her getting ready to go to this Halloween party at his office that his grandfather, he's a lawyer, and he wants to be partner. And she's been with him for like 4 years, 4 or 5 years, and he's never taken her to an office party, ever. Red flag. Red flag, Abby. So he's finally invited her. He's like, yes, come to the Halloween party. And she gets ready, and it's very like, Reese Witherspoon. Why am I blanking on everything? Legally Blonde. When she's getting ready to go to the Halloween party, and the girls lied to her, and she's dressed up like a bunny. That's how she dresses up. And she gets into the car, and she's like, oh my god, this is the funniest thing ever. She gets into the car, and she's like, oh my god, I love it when he opens the door for me. This man, like, stretched across the console and pushed the door open. Like, he did not get out of the car and, like, open the door for her like a gentleman. He just, like, pushed it open. And she was like, chivalry is not dead. Honey, it is. It is dead. Especially with Richard. And he breaks up with her in the car. And they're in the fire zone. Like, the fire, and like, what is that called? I don't know what that's called. But that's where they're sitting. And she's... So she gets out, and there's a cop. He's like, y'all gotta move. And it's not meant to be funny. I don't think it's meant to be funny, but it was hilarious. So she calls her friends who hate Richard, rightfully hate Richard. And they're like, we need to ruin his life. And she's like, great idea. And she's like, I'm gonna get myself back. Because she used to be fun and all this stuff, and he's changed her into, like, this, like, cookie cutter, like, mom thing, like, doesn't wear color and looks very conservative all the time. And she hates it. But she does it because she wants him to love her, and it's kind of sad. But she matches with his boss, who he hates, on Tinder or something. So she starts seeing his boss so that in December she can go to the party and be like, ha, F you, Richard. And then as the story progresses, like, she starts catching feelings for him, Devin, and she doesn't want to do it. And her friend is like, we have to continue, like, he deserves this. And she's like, yeah, but Devin doesn't. And her friend was kind of annoying, but it's, like, her own trauma, I guess. I don't know I think this is a series, and I don't know what is going on with the other girls. I don't care. But I gave this 2 stars because Devin was a sweetie pie, and he made this so much better. Otherwise, it would have gotten 1, because Abby's an idiot. I feel like she did grow a little bit, but, like, don't let handsome men remember red flags, ladies and gentlemen. Next is Birthday Kisses by Monica Murphy. This is like, it's a little novella from A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime that follows Crew and Ren. And this is like, it's leading up like 5 days to Ren's birthday, which is Christmas, and they have a baby, and they're married, and they live in a tiny little apartment in New York, and it's just them being happy and cute. And was this like pointless to read? Yes. Did I enjoy it? Yes. Thought it was cute. And that's it. It was cute. I think I gave it 3 stars. I don't know. So you don't have to read it to, like, nothing really happens. Like, if you want to read it, that's fine. It continues their story, but you also don't have to read it. It adds nothing. It was just fun. The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. This has been sitting on my shelf for literally years. And I finally was like, I'm gonna read that. And I did. And I really enjoyed it. I gave it 3 stars. I think there were some things that I really, related to, and there were other things that I did not, like the religion aspect of it. Her mother is extremely religious, and she's kind of evil, but other than that, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was nice. It's about, Xiomara Batista? Yes, and she's in high school, and she meets this boy, and she really likes him, and her mom finds out, and she's like, you cannot see that boy anymore, and her best friend helps her kind of, like, start the relationship a little bit, and she's like, you have to stop sneaking around, like, I can't keep doing this. She has a twin brother who's the sweetest boy on the planet, and she has a journal, which is, I believe this is her journal, and she joins a slam poetry club, which is another thing. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really good. Yeah, that's it. It's just good. I liked it. I think also, like, I'm just not someone who reads, like, verse, but every time I do, I really enjoy it. I think I should start more, but this was good. I liked it. I also think it was, like, it's YA, and not that I can't read YA, because I do, I love YA, but I also think that was another thing that was kind of, like, brought it down for me, because it's not relatable, super relatable to me anymore, because I'm not 16. Red Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I freaking loved this. I gave it 5 stars. And I know some people are like, why? Because this was a vibe book. This was a book that you were like, this is so good. I whipped through this. I think I read it in a day or 2. It was amazing. It was so cute. I loved it so much. So this follows Anastasia and Nathan. And Anastasia is a ice skater, and Nathan is on the hockey team. And they both are at this college, and something happens to they have 2 ice skating rinks at this college, and one thing happens to one. Like, someone, I don't know, I can't remember if it floods or if someone, like, I think it floods. I'm pretty sure it floods, but don't quote me on that. Not that it matters. One of them is down. They can't use it, so they have to share. And Anastasia is trying to go to the Olympics with her partner Erin, who is the biggest douchebag in the world. I hated Erin with an absolute passion. He is the worst, and I cannot express that enough. But Nathan and Anastasia were the cutest things ever. And that's all I really have to say about it, but I'll continue. So Aaron hurts himself, and then he blames it on Nathan, and you know the entire time it was not Nathan. And so Nathan is out of hockey for a couple of weeks until Aaron recovers. And so he's like, so Anastasia doesn't have a partner, so he comes to her and he's like, I will help you. And she's like, how are you gonna do that? And he's like, I'll help you do the lifts and everything. I'll learn what I need to learn so that you can practice. And she's like, okay. And so they start seeing each other, and it's so cute. And I loved them, and I love that he was like, Anastasia, you are not eating correctly. Like, why is Aaron doing this to you? Is he a professional person to, like, be giving you a meal plan? And she's, like, under eating, and he's, like, not healthy. She helps him with his dad. Like, it did give me the Deal vibes. Maybe that's why I loved it so much. I don't know. But it was so good. And I'm really, oh my god, what is the kid's name? Henry. I think his name is Henry. Henry, honey, my heart. Henry has my heart, as well as Nathan Hawkins. Henry is the sweetest thing, and the relationship between Henry and Anastasia is adorable, and I loved it so much. And I want a Henry book. I want a Henry book. That's all that I want. A Henry book. There were so many good things about this, and I just loved it so much. I loved it. It was so good. And I don't know what else to say about it, because there's so many things that go into it. And I'm like, oh, she has like a friends with benefits, and he's really sweet too. He's really sweet too. He like has like they're like not mean to each other at all when they stop sleeping together, and I really liked him. But we don't really see him much afterwards. The next is The Plight Before Christmas by Kate Stewart. I love Kate Stewart. I love Kate Stewart. I don't think there's really anything. I feel like she can write nothing wrong, and I think she's great. This follows Eli and I can never remember anyone's name. Whitney. Eli and Whitney. This follows Eli and Whitney. And Whitney is going to her grandparents' cottage in the winter in Triple Falls, ladies. In Triple Falls, ladies and gentlemen. And we get a little somebody, and it was so nice. So she gets there, her car breaks down. She was supposed to get like a promotion and she didn't get, and then her car breaks down and she's like, oh my god, I hate this. And then her ex shows up and she's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, I had no idea that you would be here. He's lying. Her ex is co-workers with her brother. He didn't just show up to the house unannounced. But I loved this. I thought it was super cute. And we get flashbacks of their relationship and how it ended and why it ended, and like going forward with that, and where they are now, obviously. And like you meet her family, and I don't know if there's more to these, I'm not sure, but I would love it. I love her family. Her family was sweet. Her parents were sweet, just like adorable. And then her sister and her brother-in-law, they're married and they're having marital issues, and they have 2 babies, and I would love to see like more into their relationship. I thought that was really like kind of getting like the outskirts of that it made me interested in what like their issues were, because it was a lot that was going on. It was kind of like a side plot, that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I really liked this, and it was a nice Christmas read. Now there was snow and stuff. But yeah, you guys, if you read this and you've read Flock, someone shows up to pick up her car. And it was nice. But yeah, I really loved her family. I loved her. Eli has my heart. And I just really loved this. I loved it. And I liked the ending. I liked how she also led up to their, like, breakup. Can I remember how they broke up? No. I think I do, but I don't know. I think he, like, breaks up with her and doesn't tell her why. But, like, there's, like, some internal shit going down with him. So, yeah, I guess it's, like, it's a miscommunication trope, but, like, in past. So it wasn't, like, a huge, plot or next, lastly, is A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. This follows B and Nolan. B is a porn star, and her producer calls her and is like, hey, I need you to come onto this set. And it's basically like a Hallmark movie set, and it's very like goody two-shoes Christian type thing, conservative. And she's like, me? And he's like, yes. Because he's at like an Applebee's or something, and I think it's the director for the movie, she's like, she looks good. She looks like she's open to things, and it's like her boobs out. I thought that was funny. So they hire her to fall in love with Nolan Shaw, who is a childhood like boy band kid, and he's gotten out of it. He was like the bad guy, the bad boy in the band, and so he's trying to like re-image himself. Is that correct? No. So he's doing that, and they both are doing this movie. He knows who she is. They're trying to keep this a secret, that she's a porn star, and that basically a lot of people on the set are porn stars or work on porn, because something happened with the original like crew. Something fell on them. I can't remember, but yeah, it was good. I really loved this. I actually listened to this. I didn't read all of it. I read a little bit of it, but I don't know what it was about the girl's voice, but the way that she spoke when she was trying to sound sexy, or she was trying to like imitate Nolan's voice, I didn't like it. I didn't have an issue with the guy who voiced Nolan though. But I thought this was really good. I really liked this. I also liked how at the end, when they do end up together, B talks to him about seeing her as more of a fantasy than a human, because she's plus size, which I loved as well. I don't know how I forgot to mention that. But like seeing her as a fantasy, and he's like, I don't see you as a fantasy, and I really loved that she brought that up, because I felt like that was important, because he did meet her, like he sees her through a screen, you know what I mean, and she kind of saw him, like she had a huge crush on him when she was 14, so I like that they talked about that, and I really like this. It was a nice Christmas read. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below if you've read any of these, or if you plan to. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that jazz. And yeah, that's it. Oh, also, all of my social medias will be linked down below if you want to follow any of those. I would greatly appreciate it. It's 11:30. I'm really tired, but I think I'm gonna film another video, so you can see me again in this shirt. Whichever one's shortest is gonna go up first. I think I'm gonna film 2 more. Okay, not that you guys care. Bye!